baby bus.
Let's go, Sheriff Labrador!
Who's the real Dr. Ice Bear? Part 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, now I'm prepared to announce a major discovery from my expedition to Antarctica.
In the lecture hall, the famous explorer Dr. Ice Bear was giving a passionate speech, holding the microphone in his right hand, enjoying the cheers and applause of the audience. As the applause died down, Dr. Ice Bear was about to continue his speech, but a voice suddenly chimed in.
You big liar! Imposter! It's you!
Sheriff Labrador entered through the door of the lecture hall with a bear who looked almost identical to the Dr. Ice Bear standing on the stage.
Huh? Hey, what is going on?
They look the same.
So who is the real Dr. Ice Bear?
Who are you? What is this nonsense?
Sheriff Labrador took one step forward.
Excuse me, sir? We have received a report. Please come with us to the police station to verify your identity.
Before Sheriff Labrador could finish his statement, the male bear wearing nothing but red shorts rushed to the stage to confront the so-called doctor.
Grizzly Bear! You dyed your hair white and disguised yourself as me! You imposter!
You imposter!
You silly faker!
You silly faker!
What is all this about? There are two Dr. Ice Bears?
The hall was in an uproar. Officer Doberman hurried over to Sheriff Labrador.
Hey now! Lab, you really brought back a Dr. Ice Bear from Mount Coney? So, can you tell which one of them is real?
It looks like we have to verify their identities somehow.
Sheriff Labrador walked up to the two Dr. Ice Bears.
You both say you're Dr. Ice Bear. How can you prove it?
My mobile number is +1 302 310 2176.
My computer password is BBBS123.
My social security number is 818-321-2334.
My ATM pin is...
Hey now, stop! Well, what you just revealed is very sensitive personal information. How do you both know it?
Grizzly Bear is my secretary. I gave him all of that information to help make it easier for him to do his job. I didn't expect he'd pass himself off as me.
The bear in red shorts shouted with rage. At the same time, Sheriff Labrador reflected with his chin in his hands.
Is there any information that only the real Dr. Ice Bear would know?
Aha! I've got it!
Officer Doberman snapped his fingers, and a great idea popped into his head.
Well, what exactly is inside the treasure Dr. Ice Bear helped the penguin family find? I've always wanted to know.
That's a remarkable discovery. The treasure was...
Krill that had been frozen for over 100 years.
The two doctors replied simultaneously. Then, the audience began to mutter among themselves.
So which of them is the real doctor?
I think that the bear who just gave the speech must be the real doctor. He was about to announce an important discovery.
But I think the bear in red shorts seems like the real one.
Hearing the audience's words, the bear who had arrived with Sheriff Labrador became anxious.
I am the real Dr. Ice Bear. I am. I got injured while searching for treasure for the penguin family. Check it out.
The bear in red shorts pulled up his sleeve, revealing a scar on his left arm.
Check this scar. A piece of ice suddenly fell, then I instinctively raised my arm to shield myself, and the sharp edge cut my arm.
Whoa! The audience craned their necks to see his scar.
Well, I think this is the real doctor.
Yes, it must be him.
I have a scar too.
Unexpectedly, the other doctor also held out his arm. And there was also a scar, but on his right arm.
A falling block of ice smashed into my arm and left this scar.
Hey now, what a coincidence that they both had the same scar in their arms. It's really hard to tell which of the two is the real doctor.
Wait!
Then Sheriff Labrador's dark round eyes suddenly glistened.
I have a way to find out who the real Dr. Ice Bear is.
Hey now, Lab, don't keep us in suspense.
Okay. We all saw the documentary about Dr. Ice Bear today. In the film, Dr. Ice Bear uses his left hand a lot, such as lifting heavy objects, eating meals, and even shaking hands. That proves that the real doctor is left-handed.
Hey now, that makes sense. But how does that prove which of these two is the real doctor?
Encountering sudden danger, we subconsciously use our dominant hand to shield ourselves. According to the two Dr. Ice Bears, the scars on their arms were left over from protecting themselves from a sudden falling block of ice while searching for treasure for the penguin family. In such an emergency, Dr. Ice Bear, left-handed, would most likely have used his left hand to shield himself. So, he would hurt his left arm. We just need to verify the details of his injury.
Wow! Sheriff Labrador's right! According to a video of the interview, Dr. Ice Bear did injure his left arm.
Yes, that's right!
Then, a member of the audience played Dr. Ice Bear's previous video footage, and they found that it was exactly as Sheriff Labrador had said.
Oh, shoot. The jig is up.
Sheriff Labrador looked at the fake doctor.
You, the bear with the scar on your right arm, you're not the real Dr. Ice Bear, right? You are in fact Grizzly Bear, Dr. Ice Bear's secretary.
Alas.
The fake doctor, Grizzly Bear, sank to the floor, bursting into tears immediately.
Oh, I've worked hard as Dr. Ice Bear's secretary for so many years. I've had a hand in everything he achieved. You think he's the only one who's brave or who gets hurt? The falling block of ice hurt me too. Oh, but you all only praise him. It's not fair. A portion of those compliments and awards should have gone to me, too. Oh, I'm so unappreciated. That's why I decided to pose as Dr. Ice Bear. I put laxatives in his coffee. And when he got out of the car to answer the call of nature, I took his clothes and disguised myself as him. Oh, since then I've received compliments and praise from everyone. Oh my, this is the life I want. How come it just ends?
Grizzly Bear, we should never seek to earn the respect and admiration of others by means of deception. I firmly believe that those who are down to earth and hardworking will receive recognition in due time. You're suspected of multiple charges, including robbery. Come with me to the police station. And one more thing, Dr. Ice Bear, don't ever share your sensitive personal information with others.